do have skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
Anybody in uniform?
I don't know.
So you
Maybe.
don't know if you've been, because that belongs to New Zealand Defence Force, you understand that, don't you, sir? So you can't publish that or use any of that.
Who said I was going to publish it?
I was informed that you were press, sir. That's what I
no one asked me if I was anything. You are the first person to ask me that. Okay.
So you're not press, you're just
I'm a private citizen.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you to do, what I'm going to ask you to do, sir, is I'm going to ask you to move on away from here, because we have a situation going on here.
No, I realise that. That's why I'm documenting it.
Have you got some identification on you?
Do I have to give you that?
I'm asking you if you've got any identification, yeah. So, Defence Regs, Part 92, Part 3, 1990 states anyone entering, about to enter, leaving or about to leave, okay, a defence area, has to provide information.
That's fine.
So can I have some identification to find out who you are, sir?
Well, why do you need to know that?
Because
I haven't entered.
That's down to my discretion, not yours. Alright, so to be honest, mate, if we want to play the legislation game...
Well, I'm not trying to play anything.
No,
I'm just asking you a question.
I'm asking you for some identification. That's all I'm asking you for. About to enter, entering, leaving, or about to leave. You're here. This is a checkpoint. Okay.
Don't get upset with me. I'm just asking you a question.
And I'm asking you for ID, and you're not giving it to me.
No, it's not. I didn't say I wouldn't give it to you.
So can I have some ID, please?
I'm asking you why.
Because I want to know who you are.
How does that make it? I'm on private. I'm on public land.
Turn around for me. You're being detained for the purposes of identification. Do you understand? Don't resist, sir.
I'm not resisting.
Don't resist.
I'm not resisting.
Can I hold on to that for you?
No. I'll put it in my pocket.
Put your hands behind your back now.
I'm not putting
your hands behind your back.
Why am I being arrested? I will leave if you wish me to. My license is... You reach into this top pocket. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Okay, so if you reach into this top pocket here, there is my wallet, and you can pull my wallet out.
Right, listen to me.
Yes.
You're being detained for the purposes of identification. Do you understand?
I need to stop that.
Okay? That's what you've been detained for, so you have some rights.
Welcome to the RNZAF Base Auckland. If you know the extension you require, enter it now. Press 1 for flight information, or stay on the line and an operator will assist you. Your call is being transferred. Please hold the line. New Zealand Defence Force, how can we help?
Hi, how are you today?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad. I'm calling on in regards to on Wednesday night with the bomb threat that happened there. A friend of mine was out on the public sidewalk and was just filming all the, emergency services and stuff that were going around. At 10:30 or 10:40, he was approached by a military police officer, an English gentleman, who was extremely rude, put him in handcuffs for 40 minutes, and viciously searched him. I'd like to know the name of this gentleman, or how we can go about identifying who he is. It was all caught on video, so I have the complete video of how he was treated by the military police officer. And as far as I'm aware, MPs don't have jurisdiction on a public footpath. So can you help me out in some regard with that?
Okay, what I'm going to do is put you through to the base adjutant. That's the warrant officer of Whenuapai Base.
Cool.
Hold the line, please.
Thank you.
Are you there?
I am.
Yeah, I've just got through to somebody, not the person that I was hoping to get a hold of, but that person was telling me that everything of that night come under the jurisdiction of the New Zealand Police.
Yep. So why did a military police officer arrest him for failing to identify himself?
Yeah. So any questions from that night or from Wednesday night would have to be directly at the New Zealand.
Yeah, we actually went into New Zealand Police yesterday and spoke to them. They have no jurisdiction over the military police, and I need to know how I can make a complaint in regards to this officer.
Okay. What I'm going to do is put you through to a 0800 number, and then you just select which number directs you to the Whenuapai Police, military police.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, hold the line.
Appreciate it.
The military police emergency line. For Devonport, press 1. For Whenuapai, press 2. For Papakura, press 3. For Waiura, press 4. For Ohakia, press 5. For Linton, press 6. For Trentham,
military police, Carl.
Hey, Carl, how are you today?
Hey, good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad. I'm calling in regards to, on behalf of a friend of mine. He was out on the footpath during the bomb threat on Wednesday night, and a military police officer came along and detained him and had him in cuffs for 40 minutes on the public footpath. And he didn't identify himself. The whole thing was caught on video. He was viciously searched for 20 minutes, and it was simply because he did not identify himself. So how do we place a complaint through about this English military police officer who was extremely, disgustingly rude to a member of the public on the footpath? What jurisdiction did he have on the public footpath to handcuff him? And when the police came along, he was instantly released in handcuffs and sent on his way. The military police officer, just let me finish. The military police officer said under the Defence Force Regulations 1990, Section 32, he has the power to ask for ID and search. If he suspected him on reasonable grounds to either entering or exiting the base, which he never did, said he has no interest in doing that, and he was simply just recording on the footpath because of the events that were happening. So what do we do? Because he seemed to get quite irate with my friend, tell him if you want to play the legislation game, got quite up and told him to shut up, he's talking, and he was to be quiet. Absolutely rude. No jurisdiction on the public footpath to do that. So how do we go about getting some redress for my friend?
Well, I'm just going to get you to just hold on to the line just for a minute. What I'm going to do is just remove my phone case because it's rattling, so I can't hear you too well. Just bear with me a minute, you might hear some clicking and stuff.
No problem.
Are you still there?
I am.
Oh, awesome, that seems better. My case must be playing up. Hey, so I'm not in a position to make a comment to you about what happened that night. However, what I can do is I can provide you with an contact number and email address of it'll probably be looking like the 2IC commander of the Northern Region for military police.
Okay.
And that's probably the best person to talk to.
Okay.
What I'd like to do, though, is can I grab your details and pass them on to him? Just because I'm not in a position to give out personal cell phone numbers.
No, fair enough. No problem at all. My name is Mark.
And you said you were a friend of the person who was detained?
Yes. He was detained and in handcuffs for 40 minutes.
Okay. And what's the best contact number for you?
Sure.
So I'll just repeat that back, make sure I've got it right. 027.
Yep.
Awesome. And do you have like an email address or something that we could contact you on, just in case as well?
It's there's also a YouTube channel under the same name, and the footage of how he was treated will be published later today. The military police officer actually stated that the footage that my friend had captured on the public sidewalk was Ministry of Defence property and was not allowed to be published.
That I can't comment on that.
Well, I can because
or the accuracy of that.
Yeah, I've been photography out in public for 8 to 10 years. I'm well aware of the laws around photography in public. The Ministry of that police officer was completely wrong.
Alright. Can I ask a big favour? I know you don't know me and I don't know you too well.
That's all good, bro.
Am I able to get my command in touch with you to discuss this before you post that?
Sure.
Video?
Yep.
Is that something you'd be happy to do?
Yeah, I've still got to edit out my friend's private information before it gets published, so that's fine.
Okay, yeah, I think that would be best for, I know I've got to look out for our reputation as well. So I think it might be best to have
you didn't do a very well, bro.
Okay. Well, yeah, if you'd be happy to do that until one of our commanders be in touch with you, that would be awesome.
Is there an email address I can send the footage through to?
I'm sure there is, but off the top of my head, I can't think of who the best person will be. What I can do is I can provide you with an contact number and email address of it'll probably be looking like the 2IC commander of the Northern Region. I'm sure there is, but off the top of my head, I can't think of who the best person will be. But I'll pass your details to 2IC, and he will have all that info for you.
Good as gold. Sorry, what?
Hey, so what I'll do... Oh, sorry.
What was your
my name's Carl Craigie.
That's it, thank you. Yeah?
And I'm the Whenuapai Station commander.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, what I'll do is I'll, basically, once we've hung up here, I'll get in touch with the 2IC and pass this information on.
Cool.
And then, hopefully, you'll hear from someone fairly soon. I can't give you a time frame, unfortunately, but hopefully sometime soon.
I'm home all day, so not a worry.
Okay, no worries. Do you have any other questions for me or anything?
No, I'll just wait till I get a contact back from your 2IC.
Okay, no worries.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for giving us a call.
Have a good day.
Cheers, you too.
Yeah. Bye. Bye.
Welcome to the New Zealand Police non-emergency line.
Kia ora, New Zealand Police. You're speaking with Kieran. How can I help?
G'day, Kieran. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you going?
Box of fluffy ducks.
Great.
I'm calling on behalf of my friend who's with me here. He was at Whenuapai Air Base last night when there was the bomb threat with the car and the private hangar.
Right, yep.
He was filming just on the public sidewalk and was detained by military police on the sidewalk for the purposes of identification. He was still in his work clothes and had his work knives on him. And the MP took his knives off of him
and told him that he would get a text today to come and collect it from Henderson Police Station. He has no receipt, no number, no name, nothing. So what should he do when he's coming into Henderson to get his gear back?
Look, what I'll do is I'll pop your call through to our reporting team, so they should be able to bring up your friends, bring up my details, and hopefully give you a bit more idea of where those things are. Yeah. Okay, so just hold the line.
Cheers.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon, New Zealand Police. You're speaking with Carol. How can I help?
Hi, Carol. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad. I'm calling on behalf of my friend who's here with me. He was handcuffed for about 50 minutes for the purposes of identification by a military police officer on a public sidewalk in Whenuapai last night. And he was coming from work. He still had 2 work knives on him, and the military policeman took his knives off of him. He was told to go to Henderson Police Station today to recover his property. And he wasn't given any reference number, nothing. No identity of the officer, no receipt for his goods. So how does he go about coming in, to ask for it?
Okay, so he was told by the military police to head into Henderson?
Yeah. He said that he would get the military police officer told him that he'd get a text on his phone by the police, or by the civil police, to come and collect his goods. He's received no text, no nothing, and he'd like to get his license back, so his work tools.
Okay, what's his date of birth?
What's your date of birth?
And what's his address?
Your address?
Okay, let me just have a look, see if I can find anything.
Thank you.
So he didn't get any details of who he was actually dealing with?
No.
Did he see any identification or anything like that?
No, the officer didn't identify himself. He told him that he was being detained and searched under Section 32 of the Defence Regulations Act 1990. He had no jurisdiction on a public sidewalk to do what he did. He detained him for over 40 minutes for the purposes of identification, which he only has 15 minutes to do, and no jurisdiction, being a military police, on the sidewalk to do that. He was then told that the military police would get in contact with the normal police to have him trespassed, and he would get that in the post. My friend was simply on the public sidewalk filming what was going on. The gentleman, he had a knife on the inside leg of an inside jeans, and the gentleman actually ripped the holder to get it off of his leg. And as far as I know, military police don't have jurisdiction on public sidewalks, is it?
I don't know that, I'm sorry. I don't know about that at all. But what I can do is I'll just give the station a call and just say...
there were 2 knives, wasn't it? 2 knives? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just give the station a call and just see what they can tell me. And if I can, I'll transfer you through to them. But I'll only do that after I've explained what they said to me. So it won't be a moment.
That's great, thank you.
This officer's on days off now. I'll just have to keep trying to get hold of somebody at the station. Alternatively, as you go in there is a file number assigned to him now in relation to the knives.
Oh, okay. Can you read that reference?
Yeah. So how come I'm not calling? How come you're calling on his behalf?
Oh, he's still actually quite shaken up after the way he was treated last night. And I've been studying law for 7 years. He's come out to see me. He's shown me the footage of the incident, which is really appalling. And he was unsure because he got no receipt for custody of his items. He got no identification. The gentleman didn't ID himself. So, I thought that's part of their procedures and protocols, to actually identify who they are and give reasonable grounds for the search, or at least what offence they suspect him of. It was simply because he was recording on a public sidewalk. And he said that he had reason to believe that he was going to enter or leave Whenuapai Air Base at no time, and he rebutted that. He said, I'm not interested in going on the property at all. So the MP had no right to do what he did, and you can only detain someone for 15 minutes for the purposes of identification, which he told him as soon as the handcuffs went on. wrecked his jacket, ripped his goods. He was so shaken up by the way he was treated. So I'll be putting a complaint through to the Ministry of Defence in regards to the MP. But at the end of the day, he's had his property stolen because there's no receipt, no ID. So he just wants his property back.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
So what was your name?
My name's Mark Keane, KWN.
And what's your best contact number, Mark?
So it's 027.
Okay. I'm going to have one more go at trying to get hold of the station. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is give your file number to pass on to.
Yep. Yeah, he's here listening as well, so that's fine.
Yeah. So no, that's fine. I'm just going to try giving them a call one more time. So just give me a moment. Yeah, I'm having no luck getting through to the station there. They just must be very, very busy at the counter.
No, sure.
What I can suggest is you head down to the station. If they said to him that the items will be taken down to Henderson.
Yeah.
Yep, then that's where they'd be. I'll give you a file reference number.
Sure.
So you get a pen?
Yep, go for it.
190606.
190606.
/4232.
Awesome.
Yeah. So he will need to make sure that he takes some form of photo identification with him.
No, that's fine.
Down there. I'm not saying that he's definitely going to get them back because I don't know the full circumstances, but what I am saying to you, is head down there and just to discuss it with them. Yep. And if they've said that is when, if they said to him yesterday that he should be able to go down and get them, then he will need to go down there and actually discuss it with them.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've read the Section 32 that the Ministry Police referred to, and it says that if he had no reasonable grounds or no suspicion of an offence, he should have had his items returned to him there and then. So, for some reason, he really took the attitude because he knew a bit of his own rights and wouldn't identify himself because there was no suspicion of an offence. He decided to hem him up, lock him up, and viciously search him for over 40 minutes, which is not good. So, it's all
I can't comment on that.
Because he had actually, on the public sidewalk, filmed military or uniformed people that he wasn't allowed to publish that anywhere. As far as I'm aware.
I can't, Mark, I can't get into the conversation as such, but I understand that you're both frustrated, but all I is that you head down to Henderson, have a talk with him about whether or not he can get those knives back. That's the file number that relates to the knives.
I appreciate that.
And then just go from there. And, if you do want to be making a complaint about the military policing, you will need to do that to the military. That's something that I can't get involved in.
Yeah, no, sure.
Alrighty, so I'll make a note that I have spoken with you, but just definitely head down there as soon as you can. Hopefully you'll get the matter sorted out.
Cool. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much for your help.
Okay. Alrighty. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
My favourite place in the world. Oh, have you got the bit of paper with the number on it?
I do.
We're going to put him on there. Yeah. Just put that there. Let's go have some fun. G'day, my friend. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while.
My friend here last night was detained by military police at Whenuapai Air Base on the public sidewalk for filming. He had his work tools, a couple of knives that they confiscated. That's a reference number they gave me to give to you to see so he can come and get his gear back.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You
got some ID with you, mate?
Yeah,
I certainly do.
G'day, Ross. How's things?
Never a good thing. Remember I come and saw you about Auckland Transport and the parking ticket?
Oh, God, really?
Remember I come and saw you because they'd put a...
I deal with all sorts of people.
I'm sure you do.
Many times a day.
This was Auckland Transport giving me a parking ticket for broken yellow lines outside the courthouse.
Right.
And I come and saw you a few months back
just to make sure there were no incident reports open on me or my daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Remember they'd put my daughter's name saying I threatened the warden and yeah.
So
I won.
What happened? What happened? Was it last night? Was it?
Yeah. He was filming on the public sidewalk and got hemmed up because he wouldn't identify himself to the MP.
So there are charges?
No. Wasn't charged with nothing.
There's a fine. Let's have a look.
According to the regulations that he was using, under Section 32 of the Defence Regulations Act 1990, he's supposed to have returned his licence if there's no charge laid, and there wasn't. He did say that...
He's got his licence back.
Yeah, didn't get his knife back.
Yeah, but carrying knives in a public place is not right either, is it?
No, he was coming from work and they was work tools.
Yeah, but they're still carrying knives in a public place, that's what I'm saying.
No, I understand that. Like I said to the guy, I completely forgot they were even on me.
But as far as I'm aware, MPs don't have any jurisdiction on a public sidewalk anyway.
Well, they may well, I don't know. I haven't looked into that, so...
I have, got it right here.
Well, that's fine. Over to you.
You know me, mate, I do my homework.
Okay, so...
So he was told that he might be given a trespass notice served to him.
Okay, from Air Force?
Probably. He was never on the base, never entered, never left. So
They didn't give me any paperwork or any...
Didn't ID himself?
IDs or anything. Nothing at all.
And he was told he was being detained for the purposes of identification. As far as I'm aware, he should be detained for no longer than 15 minutes for that, and he was hemmed up before.
No, not so.
Well,
okay, it can take longer, and it can take as long as reasonably necessary. So don't be economic with the truth.
I get that, but within 2 minutes of being locked up, he identified himself.
Yeah.
So shouldn't have been any more detention. There was no suspected offence.
Listen, I'm not going to talk to you about what went on over there, okay?
Sure.
That's not what we're here for, is it?
No, we're just here to get his property back.
But I don't know whether you can or not. I'm going to see what I can find out for you.
Well, if no proceedings are brought to or the person acquitted...
Just don't, look, I'm not going to enter into it, okay? All right? You came here to see if you can get property back. I'm not going to talk to you about that. I'm not going to talk to you about what went on last night.
Okay.
It's got nothing to do with me.
I agree. I don't want to be argumentative with you at all.
Let's not go into it then.
But if you say you don't know, it's right there. Sure.
28th of May, so last month.
Okay, right. Wait right there. Take a seat. Cool. I'm going to go down and see what I can find for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Is not on duty today and he's returning back on Monday. We're going to flick him an email, but we were hoping to get your number so we can give it to him so he could call you.
Him?
Or was it her or Denney?
Yeah, Denney, it was a lady.
Okay, sorry.
And she had a male Asian officer next to her.
So she's away until Monday.
Well, she said that I could pick them up today.
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to do that today. It'll be Monday. It would be your soonest. Have you got a phone number? We can ring him, or I can flick to him.
Do you not have the knives in possession here?
Do you have a phone number?
I do, but...
Do you want him to make contact with you?
I'll come on Monday.
Okay.
Hopefully. Have you got a contact number for them?
No.
It's DC Denney. Okay.
Can I have
their number?
Their badge number, please?
I wouldn't know it, sorry.
Well, DC Denney, does Denney have a first name?
I'm not on the computer at the moment. These guys are all tied up.
You've got to understand our confusion here, because if he was told he could come and collect it today, and there's no... I know. No offence to you.
It's just a question.
If he'll be able to leave your phone number, he might be able to make contact with you sooner.
I've left my phone number with the person I spoke to today in relation to this for them to contact me for
We're
us.
aware of that.
Yeah. So...
They can contact Mark if
Yeah.
He won't be looking at that file. He'll be looking at an email that I'm sending him.
Well, can you put my number down for him to contact me?
What's your, have you got ID on you?
No. My name is Mark Keane.
Mark.
K-E-E-N. Keen. Keen to do things.
And what's your phone number, Mark?
027.
Alright,
thank you, appreciate it. So, what? See how she just liked ignoring everything I asked her?
No, I'm not even going to do it. It doesn't even register. Yeah, she ignored everything you were saying.
Do I have ID on me? No, and you're not fucking getting it either.
What? But that doesn't make sense because the lady last night told me I could pick it up today.
Yeah, it's because they don't have it. My guess is they've still got it on them and they haven't brought your property here for them to give to you.
Right.
So basically you've had your property stolen off of you.
Load it, cock it, let it go.